Hello, welcome back to Budget with Chloe. Today is finally the day that we budget the money from the sale of my house. We have $55,190.98 ready to assign. Let's get started. Okay, so I meant to take care of one thing actually two things prior to this money coming to the new budget, and that was money that I owed to my parents. And no, I lied. Just one thing, the money that I owed to my parents. So I'm going to put that down here in reimbursement holding, and that is $14,800 during my time as a homeowner when things got a little bit tough during the years where the variable interest rate kept increasing, which increased my mortgage payment. My parents were very generous and helped me wherever they could, and I want to pay them back for that, whether they like it or not, because I just want to do that for them. So I always knew that at the very least I would do that with the sale of my house. So here we are, which means I'm left with $40,390.98. And I will go over in another video how the sale of my house went and how we got this number and kind of what it was like buying and selling my first home here in Canada. So if you're interested in that, you can stick around. But for now, we are going to budget the remainder of this money, which is super exciting. And I will start with the biggest expense, which is buying back a couple of years of pensionable time that I have, which will just allow me to retire earlier, which is super exciting. And it is not as expensive as I thought it would be. Oh, I think I'm going to put this under retirement contributions. So that I have an exact number for that. 10,624.25. And again, this is, I think it's just under 2 years of time, but that is that. And I was excited to do that with this money as well. Okay, then maybe I should skip the month ahead because then we'd have to go in October. For now, we will just round out the remaining 2 months of what I want my emergency fund to be. I would like to have 3 months of my paycheck, so not necessarily my expenses, but 3 months of my pay set aside. So I believe the rest to get to 8,000 here is this amount. Perfect. So that is 2 months worth of pay there, and then I will do the remaining 4,000 into October. So we will get there, but then I want to pay off my Peloton, which I believe this is not going to be exactly $370. I'm sure it is $369 and some change, but for now I will put $370 in there because that's what I have written down. And then my Peloton will be paid off. Bad news, it actually, I think, got damaged in the move. And now the bottom inch of the screen, of the touch screen, is no longer working. If anyone has experienced that, let me know. I can't seem to find much on the internet other than you can buy a USB-C mouse and use that to navigate the screen. It's really annoying because there is actually some things that you need to be able to reach at the bottom of the screen there. If it was just a dead piece of screen and you didn't need to use it, that would be fine. But there is actually, like, the back arrow is for some reason down there instead of up at the top. So I have found that it's not exactly usable with that piece broken. So still looking into that, but excited that the bike will be paid off, but hopefully not useless from now on. Okay, so we will move down to wedding, and this is the amount that I just put in my last video. That was what I already had saved and is growing in a managed TFSA. And so on top of that, from this house money, we are going to put $3,000, and that will start to grow, and I will be putting money aside every month. I'll be putting $350 aside, and yeah, get the ball rolling on that. For home sweet home, I want to add, this money is money that we, again, assigned in the last video. I sold my old furniture and got cash on Facebook Marketplace. And so I put that money in there. I used some of it to cover some credit card overspending from the switchover of my budgets. But with this money, I'm going to add $5,000. We have bought some new furniture and things like that. So that some of this money is, already kind of spent. And then again, I'll also be putting $350 aside for that too. And that's kind of a catch-all home decor, furniture, possible future down payment. That's just going to grow and also be spent from. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it, maybe some of it in like a high income or high interest savings account, something like that. But obviously have some of it on hand to be able to spend. Travel, I would like $2,500. I need to pay my partner back. He spotted me the money for our trip to Mexico that's coming up, and that was about $1,900. And then the rest that's left over will cover any incidentals for that trip, but then also be set aside for future travel. Car maintenance is going to get some love for once in its life. 50 I already had in there from the old budget, but I'm going to add 1,500 and pad that real good. And then going forward, I'll be adding $100 at a time. And this, of course, will cover anything from oil changes to tire replacement, things like that. So I'd like to start off with kind of a bigger, especially because my car's had quite a bit of maintenance to keep it going in the last year here. I mean, I think it's still in great condition. My dad kind of takes care of the car. He's a car guy. And I think he does this. It's more preventative than it is. It's not like the car's falling apart or anything. So, but that being said, one day it will fall apart. So for vehicle replacement, I'm going to put aside 2,500, and this will be in a TFSA in something. I think my managed account is getting about 3% right now. So something stable, something that's not going to lose money, that I will, again, also be putting aside. I'm going to be putting aside $200 a month to this category, and that will continue to grow as time goes on until my car one day leaves me, but not anytime soon. Technology, I am going to set aside 1,500. My computer, I don't know what's on its last legs more, my phone or my computer. My phone barely holds a charge. My laptop is okay for battery. It's running out of room, and even having the little plug-in hard drive that I have isn't enough to kind of allow me to keep these videos going. I can barely record one video before, I run out of room. So I'm not sure. I don't have a ton of apps downloaded. I'm not really sure what's clogging it up, but one day I will need a new computer and one day I will need a new phone. So we're going to start this category off with $1,500 here. And then, okay, gifts. I put 500. So I think I want to increase this to 1,000. Oops. And what is it saying I need? 233. So what if I just add another 200 to this? 166. Maybe another 100, and then 100 in here. I don't have any birthdays coming up, I don't think, but we'll just make sure those categories are stocked up just in case. And then 133 for Christmas. Maybe feels doable. We'll take a look at that. And then I had $1,000 for fun. Oh, it turns out I did not assign all of this in my spreadsheet. There is some left over. So if we put the $1,000 here, then the $4,000 for next month, and then the $680.99. What are we underfunded here? Okay. Let's take a look. So if we go into October, we're underfunded at $4,600. I think I needed to bring these categories down. Might need to adjust some categories. Maybe I guess I can't really see with all of the assigned amounts here what could come down a little bit. Maybe we could pull back on the vehicle replacement. I feel like it's not so much needed that I need to put $200 a month towards it. Okay, how much of this is the credit cards was also a good question. And check the credit cards. $4,200. Okay, we're trying to bring this down under 4,000. And what could we look at reducing? Maybe both wedding and home sweet home could come down. To 300. That's down another 100. I think we need to bring it down one more $100. So what if we take out 50 here? Probably doesn't do a whole lot to that target. Okay. Doesn't need to come out of quality of life. I don't want it to. I don't want it to come out of travel. $900 here. $225 here. And we're looking at, we need to, but there is an extra month, a week of groceries. So on a regular month, it would be $4,017.18. So maybe we just look at making that work on months where that happens. But I still need it down a little bit. I still need it down. Okay. Let's reduce beauty for now to 75 because that one does feel a little high compared to other quality of life categories. And that should bring it down to under 4,000 for a month that does not have. No, where did I get that idea? Oh, yes. No, sorry. When you take out the extra month of or week of groceries, it will be under 4,000. So I think we will. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. We're going to start funding October. And again, this is a little bit backwards. I mentioned in my last video, I should be funding September and then using my next paycheck to fund October. However, because I want the house money to go towards being a month ahead, I'm going to do it in October. And then my next paycheck will go towards the rest of September. And that's just how I want to do that. So you definitely would not have to do it that way if you were in the same situation, and that's totally fine. Personal finance is personal. So we have fully funded the fixed bills. Let's just, you know what? Let's just fully fund groceries because that'll just come out of some of the extra money that I had not assigned in my little spreadsheet here. We will do 25 to shareables, 50 to toiletries, 35 to household goods, 50 to health and wellness, 20 to fees, 150 for gas, $25 for alternate transportation, 100 for vehicle maintenance, 200 for dining out, and we will, well, I'm gone for a week, I guess, in October, but we will see how that goes. The $200 target, which is $100 more than my current target in my previous budget, but I always blew over that. So we will see. I've gone and filled the rest of the quality of life categories. We will fully fund all of the gifting categories, which is really exciting. I love buying people things. And then we will do subscriptions or annual memberships here. Perfect. We will put some more money in travel. So fun to put money towards these goals. It's just weird to not, because I'm budgeting ahead, I won't be able to move this money into, or I guess the money is in my account. But no, I wouldn't want to move it like between accounts until the month rolls over, I feel like. Let me know if you budget into the next month how you do that. I mean, I don't want to miss out on any extra growth or interest on some of these things, but at the same time, that might just confuse me a lot. So I'm not sure how I will do that. I'm going to fully fund all the sinking funds here. And that's it. Wait a minute. Oh, there was reimbursements. Oh my gosh, I reduced all those targets and now I have more. I mean, I have $16 more than what I planned to have. So I guess I didn't really need to reduce a bunch of categories. Dang it. So I've assigned 3,984. So I can actually have $100. No. 39. Oh no. Like $10 more. I think we'll leave it as is. Then with this 696.90, 69690, let's try and fill some of these things that I will need to spend. Like, let's just fill up what it wants for groceries here because I went to Costco and I probably spent that or more anyways. So we will do that. Let's fund, because this money, if you didn't watch my last video, the assigned amounts came over from my old budget. So there's new targets on a lot of these things. Household goods did only have 280 left, but because I just moved in with my partner, we might need some stuff. So let's just go ahead and fully fund that. We have a new health and wellness target amount. So let's fill that. And then what the heck? Let's add what the fees amount wants here. I will probably, this is good for gas. My next paycheck's on Wednesday, so I should be okay here. And then I do have this fun money that I've assigned myself from the sale of my house, so I don't need to worry too much about assigning to my quality of life because I can pull it from that. So maybe I will do, I think I'll end up sending my partner about $300 for this month because it'll be like half a month's worth of bills. So I'll put that in there and I will snooze the target. And then let's just do the shareables here. Work our way down. I'm okay skipping gas for now. Where should I put this? Maybe I will just put it into dining out. Okay. Okay, so how much of the underfunded amount is credit cards? Because some of that is reimbursements to me. Wow, okay, so October is I think fully funded, right? If we take out credit cards and reimbursements. Wow, that's crazy. Ah. This feels really good. This feels really good. And I'm really excited to start my new life. That sounds kind of dramatic, but it kind of is a new life and a new chapter, a debt free chapter. I owe no one, I don't owe anyone anything right now in this current moment. That feels pretty good. So we will assign the rest of September on Wednesday. And hopefully I can film a video on Wednesday or by the end of next week for sure. And we'll fill the rest of these categories and just start living, you guys. I mean, we've been living, but start living some more. Did I add travel? I think I need to add travel to this. I mean, I will take another look-see at it, but those are the kinds of things that I want to put extra money towards when I have an extra paycheck, tax refund, things like that. So I'm super excited for the new budget. And this is it. That was $55,000 assigned. Woo! Thanks for being here, guys. And yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes. And I think I'll do in my September recap